And so it begins. Welcome to the first day of National Podcast Post Month, more commonly known as NaPodPoMo. This is the 17th annual event, which began in November of 2005 and is still going strong all these years later. Why NaPodPoMo? It's a great way to develop your show and your voice as a podcaster, because we have all challenged ourselves to create 30 episodes in 30 days. The aha moments and lessons learned along the way will come on strong during this month. And as you look at your calendar with all of those days of podcasting to fill up, it can seem a little daunting. But here's what I want you to know going into this. The version of yourself at day 30 is going to be a completely different version of yourself today on day 1. Why? Because you are going to be fast-tracking your knowledge in a really big way. So I want you to know that big growth in a short amount of time can be challenging for both first-time podcasters and seasoned pros, because we're all challenging ourselves in some form or fashion, even me. As the founder of the challenge, I'm also participating in the challenge with you. As a matter of fact, I'm not only hosting the official NaPodPoMo podcast, I'm also co-hosting a couple of other shows with some amazing women in my life. So what can you expect from the official NaPodPoMo podcast? This podcast is the guide to support your podcasting efforts. From the emotional and psychological highs and lows we will all experience as we go through this challenge. By the way, watch out for week 3, to tech and gear tips, production considerations, resources, and a few words of wisdom and insight from not just myself, but a few podcast pros. I sat down with Todd Cochrane, CEO of Blueberry, Stephanie Fuccio, podcast marketer and manager of Coffee Like Media, and Sam Sethi, CEO of TrueFans, to glean some podcasting nuggets and words of wisdom just for you. Segments of their interviews will be salt and peppered throughout the month. For example, here's a snippet of each of their answers when I asked them for their words of wisdom for NaPodPoMo challengers. Here's what Steph Fuccio had to say.
Keep it very simple. Know that week 3 is going to kick your butt no matter what you do. And if you can, let some life stuff, not like block off time to melt down. And know that week 4 will be the opposite of week 3. And you'll be so glad, because the breakthroughs that you can have during the month, and especially at the end of the month, are just phenomenal. And and it's very, very, very worth it. But it is a marathon.
Go simple. You got to love that. And now here's what Todd had to say.
So I always tell podcasters, don't be plastic, be real, because people can smell a fake. And I think you have to be the same persona in public that you are on your camera. So I think you just have to come across as genuine, and you are what you are, and you love what you love, and you're passionate with what you're passionate about. And that's the beauty of this, is you can be that in your podcast.
Be yourself. It made me think of the genie in Aladdin, where he tells Aladdin, he's shaped it like a bee, and he says, be yourself. And now finally, let's hear from Sam Sethi.
Go ugly early. That's my words of wisdom. It's an expression I use, right? Look, we can always wait for the best, perfect moment. Oh my God, if I don't get that, perfect Shure microphone because I can't afford it yet, or if I don't have a Rode mixing desk, I can't start. I couldn't dare put anything out that might make me look slightly suboptimal. No, the only way to do this is go ugly early. Start, learn, do.
Go ugly. If that didn't bring a smile to your face, I don't know what will. I think these small snippets will give you some insight into what is in store for you this month. In addition to guiding you through the month-long challenge, I'm also going to be sharing some insights into the power of content ownership and why podcasting is a far more powerful medium than you might think. One that is only now coming into the spotlight. And right now is such a good time to be a podcaster, to share your mission and message with the world. And I've got exciting news for all of us. Blueberry has returned as a featured sponsor of the official National Podcast Post Month podcast and the month-long challenge. This is the second year that the fabulous folks at Blueberry Podcast Hosting are offering their support. So if you're looking for a host who's been in the industry for over 19 years, use promo code NaPodPoMo for 1 month of free hosting. Have questions? Join the live daily support session in collaboration with Creative Work Hour, which is an official NaPodPoMo community. We get together every day during the month of November from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Adjust your time accordingly. To learn more, visit the Creative Work Hour page on the napodpomo.org site. Thanks once again for participating in NAPOD Pomo. I cannot wait to hear your show and to see that growth that's going to happen over the course of this month.